We'll stop the rest of it. Yes, please. And the next bit. Oh, sorry, I found your foot.
Yeah, I noticed.
Something's a foot. I've got a chainmail courgette as well. Covers the section around my throat. This is it's a bit tight. Put it politely.
Let's try that one, shall we?
There we go. Probably the most uncomfortable part of my armour, regrettably. It's designed to be quite tight to my throat. If it's not tight, it flaps around everywhere. It gets just as uncomfortable there. Right back there?
Yeah, I think I've got it this morning.
Very good.
Not told off yesterday. Wasn't tight enough.
No. Right. Then we move on to the single biggest piece of armour I have, my cuirass. The cuirass is both the breastplate and the backplate. Both pieces come together. Straps over the shoulders, straps around the waist. The front always overlaps the back just slightly. If I get somebody thrust at me, everything will glance off the sides. Feel about this one for a little while. Get that side now.
Told him not to spend roast dinners.
And I said if King Henry VIII can do it, I can do it. And my squire over there is putting on his chainmail. Poor Bert. I don't want to buy him the nice fancy new stuff. Maybe once he gets a bit older. But for now, he can have the hand-me-downs. Once the cuirass is in place, I've still got plenty of movement. As that distinctive wasp shape comes in right at my hip, waist, sorry. Right at my waist and flares back out here. And that allows me, movement left and right, forwards and backwards. Quite enjoyable movement. Next is my arm harness. This one's a little unusual. Actually attaches to a courgette. Not a common way of attaching arms, but believe me, it works nicely. It does work very nicely. And it goes together.
They didn't tell me I needed muscles when I joined the kitchen.
My armour isn't what you'd call an expensive armour. Rather cheap for a suit of armour, to be fair. There are nicer ones out there that would have been built. This one is a little old by this point in time. One moment. Technical difficulties. That's it. Unfortunately, this is always a bit of a communication job.
You tell me and I do.
Unfortunately, there's only ever one person that ever really knows how somebody's armour goes on. And that's the poor person that has to wear it. Once June's got this one on, I'll show you some of the manoeuvrability. You might think this is heavy, it's big, it's bulky, gets in the way. You'd be surprised. There's a lot I can still do in this.
No, he's busy putting his arm on.
Oh, I see.
And my squire there has
He'll still be in
a
your
much
castle.
older coat of flake style armour. It's a bit more manoeuvrable, a little less protective than what I've got. With mine, I can reach round still, touch the far side of my head. There's reasonably good manoeuvrability in this. I can't do much less than that, or much more than that, outside of armour. It's probably more flexible than I am, to be fair. Right then?
Yep.
The visigue on the outside. Downside of this is it does take a little while to put on.
We were just saying, in the meantime, your enemy's come along and stabbed you.
Yes, occasionally it happens.
I said he's busy
Thankfully-
putting his own armour on.
Thankfully, most battles during the period were kind of pitched battles, and you'd have got armoured basically whenever you saw the opponent. And you might sit there sometimes hours, days, just looking at each other, seeing who's going to make the first move, particularly if in armour. Yes, if need be. Particularly if both of you are in a good advantageous position, or the side of a valley, for instance. Neither of you wants to go marching back up the other side of it, so you both just sit there. But you have to be ready because one of them might well advance. And if you're looking unready, all the more chances it's going to happen.
Yeah, and that they go as best they can, and they probably wouldn't be there long enough. What happens there? Is there a feature for having a wee?
No,
Oh, it just goes
no,
rusty.
you just get a bit wet.
I had to ask.
Yes, regrettably, once you're in it,
You're in it.
you're in it. It's fine, I can get out of my armour in less than 5 minutes. June here does about 3 straps. I can get out of it all by myself after that in less than 5 minutes. I suppose that's a blessing. If the worst happens, it doesn't take 20 minutes just to get the armour off. So I can move around, I can cross my hands in front of me, I can reach behind me, touch my hands together, up and over. There's a lot of manoeuvrability in this.
I've got my three.
Right.
Get him on the floor, he can still get up.
Apprentice has an Italian style helmet, a barbue. Mine's a bit more Germanic. They did make this style in Italy. They were often solid. The Germans had a little bit of a flex in it. Makes it rather nice and comfortable. This goes on. Buckles up under the chin. And it will cover my head, cover the back of my neck. I have to lead troops. I don't particularly want a big feather coming up. Nobody will be able to hear me. You might be thanking yourselves if I have one of them. I don't like a visor. I do like to see what's going on around me. If I need to move troops around, give them instructions, I need to know what I'm doing, where I'm sending them. The last part, any armour, are the gauntlets. Mine are of a mitten style. You do also get fully fingered versions. Try and get the other glove on. But these ones, probably in my bag. But these ones, when I hold, oh, belt, I need my belt please. Down here. And one bit we do forget every time is my belt.
remembered it yesterday.
Right, I forgot about it. Here's my belt. This one's only going to have my knife on it for now. I'm currently awaiting a new sword. So when I get a new sword, I'll make sure it's girt on properly. Oh, and the buckle on the front, please. Yep. There's one more buckle we've forgotten. And that buckle here is designed to stop my gorget going backwards and catching me in the throat. most uncomfortable circumstance, mostly involving my windpipe. That's fine. By the 15th century, us English were renowned for fighting on foot. We only used light cavalry. We didn't use heavy cavalry like the French did. So we'd have been using something akin to this. Got a pointy bit, it's got a cutty bit, and it's got a bashy bit. And on this end, it might well have a spike. I don't like the spike, I keep jabbing people with it that happen to be on my team. A few accidents happened and then I got told to take it off. But you'd hold it somewhere in the centre, you might lead with this. Zach, if you just want to hit the back end, what happens is they hit that, and I come round and strike them in the top. Or he can go, and we can lock up, and I can still thrust and come through into his weak spots. Very versatile weapon. This is a halberd. We've had pole axes. We've had something called a bec de corbin. So the hammerhead instead of this part. Still got the spike, still got the other spike on the back here. Very dangerous bits of kit. But by this point in time in history, I don't need a shield. I am wearing one big shield. So I don't need one. So I can focus on offense, not worry about my defense. The other part of this, little funny things I see in the designs, as I draw my knife. It locks perfectly into my gauntlet. Near perfectly into my gauntlet. There's nothing that can come in and strike that now. Also gives me something nice to press down on. If I get close to Zach in there, I can go in, two hands, and push, and it will pierce through chainmail. This particular one's a bit blunt, it won't do it. The sharp one will, and it will go straight through chainmail. We have various other weapons on display. Swords, points to the swords. So I won't bore you too much of them. The other one that was popular, more mounted knights. This is more of a horseman's weapon, crow's beak, and that's designed for going through plate armour, and that end's designed for messing up plate armour. So if I think I'm going to hit him somewhere where that's going to go through, wonderful. If I'm going to hit him in the knee joint, I'm going to hit him with that end. That'll stop his knee from working, or it'll stop his elbows from working. All the little joints, flexes, they're wonderful when they work. They're an absolute nightmare when they don't work. And you'll find yourself locked in some strange position, not being able to bend your arm or your legs. And then you're sitting duck. Right, that concludes our little talk for the day. Has anybody got any questions? Anything they want to see a bit closer? And that doesn't include these. If you want to come up and see what one feels like. You don't have to be too shy. You don't bite unless you're asked to. Right.
I'm not
Well, thank you all very much for your time. That concludes our little demonstration for this morning.
That's great, thank you.
Right then.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Only problem is I've got nowhere to stash this stuff on. Yeah. Yeah. Halfway around the world.
Yes. No, not that one. That's Alex. One next to it. That one's heavy.
And then you move it again, and like I said, as you lift them up down, it then separates from which ones you want. And have another look.